see lots of quotes throughout the library from President Reagan. I even keep this book of quotes because there's so many that I enjoy so much. But I want to start with this quote, if we could all turn around and look behind you. It does not matter if 3/4 of the human race perished. The important thing is that the remaining 1/4 be communist. This is what we were up against in the world stage. We have the kings of communism here. We have some really bad apples here. You see Muammar Gaddafi. We're going to see more of him in just a minute. But please follow me. We're coming into now the Peace Through Strength Gallery. And it's important to know that President Reagan felt right out of the gate that détente was not going to work. The past 3 administrations had used this policy of détente, and it really backfired on us. So right here, the president, this kind of says it all. As president, it's my solemn duty to ensure America's national security while vigorously pursuing every path to peace. And you're seeing a pattern develop with the president, with the PATCO crisis in the Rebuilding America corridor, that he says what he's going to do and he does it. And he began to gain the world's respect. So as we come into the corridor, the biggest problem that the president faced was our military depletion. Unfortunately, less than 60% of our jets were able to fly missions. Less than 50% of our ships were able to sail. So we had to put some money into the military. And by the time the president left in 1989, 90% of our troops were battle ready. As well, the president increased the salary of the soldiers by 25%. Well, that went over huge. That gave our military soldiers a sense of pride in being in the military, and something that they shared with President Reagan. It also gave them a sense of pride in being an American again. The president introduced SDI, if you come over here. SDI is the Strategic Defensive Initiative, and although it was 100% defensive, it was perceived as offensive throughout the world. And as we go through the other corridor, help me out. The summits. The summits corridor, you'll hear more about this with the Reykjavik summit. Excuse me on that one. This priceless, if you follow me over here, this priceless little gem is oversought so many times in the library. I would implore you to come back and visit it with your own time and listen to each one of these stories. Irina Ratishinskaya and Armando Valladares both did 22 years in prison. Her only crime was she wrote poetry against the state. 22 years. Armando Valladares, he was a counter-revolutionary. He was labeled a counter-revolutionary. He spent 22 years in a prison, a Cuban prison, and when he got out, he told them that he spent 8,000 days showing them basically that they could not break his spirit. Natan Sharansky was a mathematician, and as well he was a chess prodigy. And he wanted to emigrate to Israel. He applied for it and he was denied. All he did was ask for an appeal, and for that he was charged with treason, and he went for 11 years to a prison camp in Siberia. Then there's Lech Walesa here. I hope I'm not going to get in trouble for this one. But to me, he was kind of like the Jimmy Hoffa of Poland. His intention was to organize the shipyards and eventually to unionize. And he was actually imprisoned when martial law was declared. However, this story has a very happy ending. He became the first elected president of the democratic country of Poland. Okay? Please follow me. Now we're going to go into the Global Challenges corridor, and I'm just going to touch it because I'm about out of time.
You are out of time.